and welcome back to the Mole Valley Maker channel. So this is a very quick unedited video. I'm just going to play all the footage forward at 4 times, and it follows on from watching rob.cp.woodturner's channel. He did his first ever live on Saturday where he turned a small finial, and he kind of invited us to have a go. So this is my entry into the rob.cp finial invitational challenge, I'm going to call it. I start off with a beach blank in the chuck. It's about 30mm in diameter, I think, so about 1.25 inches maybe, and I'm just using the Crown Cryo Radius skew, freshly sharpened, just to start removing wood to get down to what I'm hoping will be a nice fine finial. I've done one finial before which was a much chunkier affair, shall we say. We'll just leave that there. So, spoiler alert, doesn't all go to plan. We have a little bit of a failure right at the end. But I think I'm going to just look at this as a bit of practice. It's always good to practice with the skew. The skew is one of the tools that does benefit from really precise presentation to the wood. I think catches with the skew can possibly be much more damaging to a piece than catches with a gouge. But once you get over that initial shock of what a skew catch can be, I think get the fear out the way, and it's a really nice tool. It can give you a really good finish. Some of this I've said in my Christmas tree videos. This skew, 6mm Robert Sorby micro skew, is quite a tricky one to use. You see there I'm resting my other hand behind to give some support to the finial. But it's very sharp and it does dig in very easily, so you can probably just see there I've got a section which is probably, I don't know, 0.4 of a mil less than some of the rest. It's just got a little tiny V in it, and it's very easy to do when you're on something that's probably only 1.6 mil wide anyway. Changing tool rests, because these Robert Sorby modular tool rests are much harder steel, and they don't dink as easily. So the 1.2mm, that red on the micrometer, the caliper, sorry. So I'm just trying to even out that little V, and then putting some shape into the rest of the finial, using a planing cut just to get rid of some material. Just trying to roll over around a sort of beady section. Give it a quick sand from 180 upwards. .240 grit. At 400. I think the skew is quite a good tool for reducing the size of the timber quickly, as you can see there. It just needs to be really sharp, and as I think I said already, that that skew was sharpened on I think a 120 ceramic belt on the Pro Edge just before I started filming this. Apologies for the focus. It's such a fine finial that the camera wants to focus on the bed of the lathe. So I'm really happy with the overall design here, and I'm thinking that what I'm going to do, or at this point I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to finish it, how I'm going to keep it forward, and I decide I'm going to turn the section down to a sort of no number. I think I choose 30 millimeters because I've got some Forstner bits at 30 mil, so I could probably just drill into a top and embed that. That was my thinking at this stage. Out comes a spindle gouge just to round over sections there, and I'm thinking, yeah, I quite like that. It's pretty good. Not quite decided whether I'm going to finish it or if I'm going to finish it, but in my head I've got that I'm going to, again, I am treating this as a bit of a practice piece, but if it works I might use it. But what I think I'm going to do, and what I show in this video, is I've decided I will use my homemade ebonizing solution. So it's quite a common solution. It's just white vinegar mixed in with wire wool for a few days, and then you drain off the solution. And I'm not 100% sure what the chemical reaction is, but there's bound to be some iron that's been liberated from the steel wool, I would imagine, by the acid in the vinegar. That's when my camera finishes. I've applied one coat of ebonizing solution. I'm just about to denib that because there's still quite a high water content in the ebonizing solution. So I'm going to denib it, and then I'm going to apply a second coat. So denibbing it with 400, being very careful. And I think this is all about concentration. And in a moment you're going to see my concentration lapse. But right now I'm about to hit it with the ebonizing solution again. And I think with the ebonizing solution, the more coats you put on, the darker it will get. But I decide to use a paper towel just to kind of buff the surface and also get some heat and help the drying. And then the door to my workshop opens and my partner comes in and starts talking to me, and that's just about to happen now. And snap. Oh well, it's practice. Thanks for watching.